Hello and welcome to week 2 of our train. I am so excited. We are doing an abstract Scrabble. This is going to be so fun. Mine is about my state, but you can make yours any subject you would like and use mine as a guide. So here are the Arteza gouache colors that we are using. I'm going to mix and match to make this really cool background. You can do any kind of abstract background that you want to. What I'm doing here is I'm just adding some water to my gouache and I'm tapping it in. And I'm also mixing the colors just so I can get this really cool ombre blend. Excuse me. So you can pick any colors as you want to. What my mind was reverting back to was my grandparents' basement where we had a Scrabble that someone had spilled stuff on and kids put stickers on, and it was a total mess. So that was one thing that I really loved when I was a kid. So here we are coming back to this again. So I have like a pink streak in the center and some tan and some pearl white going out here on the sides along with some ballerina pink. I thought this was cool because I kind of have an adversity to brown and I really didn't want to use brown since we're going abstract. I did give it a little bit of a brown edge just as a, throwback to the old school Scrabble. So, but this one's going to be with our own little art touch. So I'm just winging it right here and seeing what happens. And honestly, I really love this background and these colors together. So I'm going to do this again. So here we go. Now we're going to take some Liquitex matte medium. If you have Mod Podge, you can use this as well. I'm going to cut up a Maryland napkin to go with my Maryland theme. And don't forget here too, you're going to see me peel this apart. If you're using napkins to decoupage your items, make sure that it is one ply. This lays down a whole lot easier. So let's put some matte medium on top of our rock. Let's get our little image on there from our napkin and kind of tap it down. And then I'm going to put my brush in the center of the design and brush outward. This means I will not be wrinkling, pushing, or sliding my design. Be very, very careful with your paintbrush and obviously use one that's absolutely wrecked. That's what I did because the matte medium is just like Mod Podge where it'll mess up your brushes. So since I'm going back to my childhood, I'm thinking about all the stickers all over the edge of the Scrabble board, and here you go. So I wanted a little bit of Wanda bling, some little glitter pieces, so that's what I'm adding here. And of course I'm very impatient and I did not put enough water in and I did not let that saturate enough. So be smarter than me and saturate your watercolor pan before you begin. If you do not have watercolor from the Foiling Rock Lady, you can use extreme glitter or dragonfly glaze or whatever you like. Put a little sparkle in it. It's just a little fun touch. Or if you have loose glitter, I'm not brave enough. So here we go with a whole bunch of little glitter specks all the way around the outside because, kids wreck boards and that's what we're doing today. Your Scrabble board's just going to be a mismatch of everything. All right, on a piece of paper, I am tracing my rock here, and I did this off camera just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So I'm tracing the outline of my rock, and I'm going to use a quilt square here, and I decided on a 1-inch block. Of course, depending on the size of your rock, you can pick the size that you want. I'm just going along and dotting the inches inch by inch, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw a line. I'm going to do the same thing on the other way, and this will make my grid. And essentially right here, I'm practicing and I'm figuring out my placement before I go do this on the rock. Now, let's do exactly what we did on the paper, dot, 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 right where we're going to draw our lines, and then we can turn our quilt square the other way and make a pencil line. Of course, I'm going to go back with Posca 3M. But I really want to make sure that I have this nailed before I go doing a paint pen on it and really messing it up. And I'm really proud of this because I did not need to erase or redo any lines, so I consider that a win. So I'm just going over here, and you're going to see me like really, really timid because I was really loving the way this was coming out, and I was so afraid of messing it up. So I'm super, super careful here, and I'm making sure that my lines are absolutely straight. Also, when you are measuring and figuring out which, if you want to do like a 1/2 inch or a 1 inch or 2 inch, depending on the size of your rock, once you go over here with your pencil like I'm doing right now, pick the widest part and start at that point. I almost made a mistake and started on a shorter line, but then I'm like, hey, wait, I should probably grab the widest part. So that's what I'm going to do here. And then I'm going to do my 1-inch lines. So this time, since I've already got a line down, I'm just going to kind of scoot it out a little bit right where I'm going to draw the line. And that will help me do a better guide once I'm going to pencil in my lines. Now, since we're doing abstract and I have these little napkin decoupages, I'm going to skip over those because I don't want a dark line through my little napkin pieces. And that fits right into our abstract design. So we're still kind of doing Scrabble, but we're kind of making it our own artsy way. And this is also open to interpretation for you in that you can choose your own colors and whatever words you would like to put in yours. Mine is going to an auction to raise money for playground equipment for kids. So I figured that since it's in Maryland, they would like a Maryland theme. So I'm going to donate my rock to them. You can pick about your city. You can pick about your family, something that's important to you, maybe even restaurants that you like. Doesn't really matter what your words are. Have fun with it and make it your own. So right here along the bottom, I've got some really cool designs. Our Baltimore Oriole, of course, and the blue crab, so I don't want a line between them, so I'm just going to connect my lines. So now that we have our grid, I like its placement. Let's go back with Posca 3M and or whatever black paint pen, or if you want to do darker, brown lines, go for it. Whatever paint pen you want to use, and we're going to write right on top of the matte medium. Also, I wanted to tell you I'm drying between every step here. So also, I do not like the original placement because it was going to go right into my crab. So I stopped here and did a pivot and chose the next line over. This is why tracing out on paper and planning it on paper, if you're unsure, is super, super helpful, because then you won't have to start over, because you can take a look at your paper and go, hey, wait, that doesn't work. Let's adjust. So I'm doing love and home here first, and that's where I thought I was going to stop. But as I go along, I didn't like all the negative space along the top right edge. So we're also going to write hope. And I really, really am super proud of this. I really love the way this turned out. This was so much fun for me. It reminded me of something from my childhood. I really, really, truly love word games because spelling is just my jam. Alrighty, so Wanda Paint. First of all, thank you to the foiling rock lady for supplying us with all the bling that we need. I got this soda pop can with super glitter a long time ago, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going around to my little decoupage lines, my little decoupage napkin things, and I'm just adding a little bit of glitter accents. Makes it interesting once it hits the light. So Wanda's Paint always gives that little bit of special to every single rock that we do, and this one is absolutely no different. So we're just going to glitter some stuff up here. If you have not been to Maryland and you have not had our blue crabs, I strongly suggest that you do. You need a little Old Bay in your life, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So, glitter, glitter, glitter. We're on our home stretch. I'm very, very, very excited to see what you guys make. I can't wait, in fact, because you're going to personalize this to make it fit you, and I'm super excited to see your ideas. All right, so I got all my little glitter accents on there, and then I'm going to grab one of my Jelly Roll Moonlight pens that I've been using in my videos. This is a gel pen. It is fantastic. Oh, we still have to go right back and write the word hope. So let's do that. And then we'll grab our Jelly Roll. I think that the Hope edition to the top really gave it what it needed. I think that before I added the word hope, I had a little bit too much empty space. And I think this is just what it needed. I'm super, super happy about this one, you guys, especially this cool background. I'm really going to try to duplicate that again and do that in a couple different ways. I'm going to try a santorini and a sugar and all kinds of stuff and see if I can make some more cool backgrounds like that. All right, here's my Jelly Roll Moonlight. A couple of people have been asking me about the size of this pen. I just recently figured out that there was more than one size. Mine say 10, Katie's say 06. So there are different sizes. I can't imagine one being better or worse than the other. I think they're fantastic pens. One thing that's helping us here is the matte medium that we painted on this rock gives us a matte surface, and the pens truly enjoy that. Look how beautifully that was written. So here's where I got a little scared, and I'm like, hey, maybe I'll add something over here. And then I'm like, nah. Let's leave it alone. It is done. So have fun. I can't wait to see how you personalize your piece. Thank you so much for painting along with me, and I'm very, very proud of all of you for this train ride. Have a great day.